Welcome back. So, in this particular section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the exact words you need to share with the person who is the landlord that you are talking to. Now, I've said a couple of things. I said landlord. Some of you are thinking, but what if I'm talking to a realtor? What if I'm talking to a property manager? What if I'm talking to just anybody other than the landlord? Completely understood, and here's what I would help you to understand. To have your highest probability of success, especially if you have no experience and you are just now getting started, we recommend very strongly that you start and only talk to people who own the building directly. Now, does that mean we have students who have been able to talk to individuals who don't own the building directly, like property managers, realtors, etc., and still get started? 100%. And that could still be the same for you. However, your highest probability of success is always with the individual who owns the building directly. And even when you are not talking to the person who owns the building directly, these are the words you still say. You ready? Hi, my name is Jay. My company and I are looking to lease a number of properties in the area. Are you the right person to talk to about that? That's it. That is your entire script. That is the opening of it. That is how the conversation should start. I want to make special attention to a number of things. One, I did not begin to explain or try to help them understand what the business does. That is not the time. I did not say anything more than what I needed to say to get to the relevant information. Here's my point. That's all you need to say. And once they respond, here's what's going to happen, is that they're going to be in the mode of leasing property. So let me break down each of the words so that it makes more sense. First, I said, hi, my name is Jay. What's important about that particular part of the phrase is that I am not withholding any particular information. Now, I haven't necessarily given up a lot of information. I just said my name. Hi, my name is Jay. And because I was easy to give up some information, it can help the individual on the other end be a little bit more relaxed, because again, I'm not trying to withhold anything. Because I know you've probably had a conversation or two where you were talking to someone and then all of a sudden you realize later, I'm sorry, what was your name? And we want to avoid that by simply saying, hi, my name is Jay. The next part of the phrase is simply my company and I. Because in a perfect scenario, what you're going to do is you're actually going to lease the property using an entity of some kind. Now, what type of entity? That's up to you and your legal counsel or solicitor, depending on what country you're in. Nonetheless, my company and I